Hola clase y bienvenidos a la lección del vocabulario 2.1, la escuela y la hora. Hello class and welcome to today's lesson on school and time. Bien, to tell time, you need to know how to say numbers in Spanish. ¿Sí o no? Sí. So let's go over these quickly, rápidamente. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 10 y 6, 10 y 7, 10 y 8, 10 y 9. And 60 through 19 can be written as one word, but the Z changes into a C, the Y into an I, and then 6 gets an accent on the E. Or you could just leave it as 3 words. 20. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So 21 through 29, the faster you say it, the more it sounds like one word. And those can be written as one word. The Y changes into an I. The E at the end of 20 disappears. And then you combine it. 22 gets an accent. 23 gets an accent. 26 gets an accent. 30, 31, 32, 33. And then 40 through 100, 40, 41. And then all the other tens numbers follow that pattern. 42, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Now 100 by itself is cien. We won't need this with time, but doesn't hurt to review. Cien, but then anything over 100, it changes to ciento, uno, ciento, dos. La hora. So when you're telling time in Spanish, we'll go through a few examples and then I'll break it down. It's 1 o'clock. Es la una. Es la una. It's 2 o'clock. Son las dos. It's 3 o'clock. Son las tres. So what's the big difference between 1, 2, and 3? With 1 o'clock, you're saying es, la, and then 2 and 3, you're saying son, las. And the reason for that is 1 is singular, because it's just one thing, even if it's 1 hour. 2 and 3 are plural. And then every other time is going to be son, las, something. So you're literally saying they are the 2. Son las dos for it's 2 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock, son las cuatro. It's 12 o'clock, son las doce. Now, when you have minutes, you're going to start off, so it's 2:17. You're going to start off like it's 2, son las dos. But you're going to say, son las dos y. And then the minutes, in this case, 17. So you're saying y for and. Like it's 2 and 17. Son las dos y 17. It's 2:53. Now, there's a tricky thing in Spanish in which you can say, like we did with number 6, it's 2 and 53 minutes. Son las dos y 53. This is less common, more common in the United States, I think, especially from Spanish speakers who get corrupted by English. But traditionally, if you have any time after 30 minutes, like 2:53, anytime after 30 minutes, 2:31, 2:32, 2:33, 2:53, 2:59, you say that it's the next hour, and then you subtract the number of minutes to get to that hour. That's right. So if it's 2:53, you would literally be saying it's 3 o'clock minus 7. 3 minus 7, because if you take 7 minutes from 3 o'clock, you get 2:53. That's right. Spanish speakers, when they tell time, they're doing math in their head. They do more math than you do automatically. So if you want to skate by in Spanish 1, you can go with the it's 2 and 53, son las dos y 53, but if you want to go any further, start learning that When you're telling time, you're going to count back however many minutes. Son las 3 menos 7. It's 3 minus 7. It's 2:53. La hora. So here's some vocab that goes with time. Time. La hora. What time is it? ¿Qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es? What time is it at? Ah, ¿qué hora es? It's 1. Es la una. It's 1:13. Es la 1:13. It's 6. Son las 6. 6:23. Son las 6:23. It's 10:15. Now, when you get to the 15 or the quarter past, you can say 15 in Spanish, son las 10:15, or you can say it's 10:15, son las 10:15. Look at that word again, cuarto, not cuatro, cuarto, which means a quarter. That works for 15 minutes. Either one is acceptable. It's 10:30, same deal. You could say son las 10:30. Or you can say it's 10:30. Sometimes in English we say it's half past, especially if you're British. So, son las 10:30, media, for a half hour. 10:45, oh goodness. So, you could say it's 10:45, son las 10:45, that third option. It's going to be the least common. The most common are going to be going up to the next hour, which is what? That's right, 11. Subtracting 15 minutes or subtracting a quarter of an hour. So, son las 11 menos 15 it's 11 minus 15, meaning 10:45. Second option, son las 11 menos cuarto, not cuatro, cuarto, meaning it's 11 minus a quarter. Bien. It's 12 a.m. Son las 12 de la mañana, of the morning or in the morning. You can tack that on to clarify the a.m., or you can say it's midnight, which is this word. Es la medianoche. p.m. Son las 12 de la tarde, 12 in the afternoon, or it's midday. Es el mediodía. Both are fine. At 11:33, I do something. A las 11:33. At is a with time. It is at, what you're saying an event is at a certain time. Es a las 4:17. More time, stuff, clock. El reloj, watch. El reloj, same thing. To clarify that it's on your wrist, de pulsera. Like a bracelet. Military time. La hora militar, digital clock. El reloj digital, analog. El reloj analógico. That's the one with the hands that spin around. Like that. La hora, quarter after, y cuarto. Y cuarto. Half past, y media. Quarter to, menos cuarto. On the dot, en punto. If you want to emphasize. Morning, la mañana. Afternoon, la tarde. Evening, night, la noche. Bien. Now, ahora. Later. Después. Always. Siempre. Never. Nunca. On. In. To. A. At. In. Or a. Now, 15 is on here because in for at means at a place. I'm at school. Estoy en la escuela. At for time, like we just learned, is a. At 5, a las 5. During, por, or durante. La escuela. Let's get into the school words. Daily routine, la rutina diaria en la escuela. What's your favorite class and why? ¿Cuál es tu clase favorita y por qué? Favorite class is English because it's fun. Mi clase favorita es inglés porque es divertida. What's your least favorite class and why? ¿Cuál es tu clase menos favorita y por qué? My least favorite class is Spanish because it's boring. Mi clase menos favorita es español porque es aburrida. What's your hardest class and why? ¿Cuál es tu clase más difícil y por qué? My hardest class is science because it's horrible. Clase más difícil es ciencias porque es horrible. What's your easiest class and why? ¿Cuál es tu clase más fácil y por qué? My easiest class is math because it's interesting. Mi clase más fácil es matemáticas porque es interesante. What's your favorite thing to do at school? ¿Cuál es tu cosa favorita para hacer en la escuela? My favorite thing to do is study. Mi cosa favorita para hacer es estudiar. What's your least favorite thing to do at school? ¿Cuál es tu cosa menos favorita para hacer en la escuela? My least favorite thing is to talk. Mi cosa menos favorita es hablar. Who is your favorite person at school? ¿Quién es tu persona favorita en la escuela? My favorite person is the gym teacher. Mi persona favorita es el maestro de educación física. Who's your least favorite person? ¿Quién es tu persona menos favorita? My least favorite person is the Spanish teacher. Mi persona menos favorita es el maestro de español. Good. And now I have another series of questions that will be your final test grade. What time do you have social studies? ¿A qué hora tienes la clase de estudios sociales? I have social studies class at 11:23. Tengo la clase de estudios sociales a las 11:23. What do you do in history class? Say 3 things. ¿Qué haces en la clase de historia? 3 cosas. I listen and read and write. Yo escucho y leo y escribo. What do you need for school? Say 4 things. ¿Qué necesitas para la escuela? 4 cosas. I need books, paper, pencils, and a computer. Necesito libros, papel, lápices y una computadora. What do you have in your backpack right now? Say 4 things. ¿Qué tienes en tu mochila ahora? 4 cosas. I have a water bottle, a pen, notebook, and an eraser. Tengo una botella de agua, un bolígrafo, un cuaderno y una goma. When do you go to school? ¿A qué hora vas a la escuela? I go to school at 9:15. Voy a la escuela a las 9:15 or 15. When do you get out of school? ¿A qué hora sales de la escuela? I leave school at 4:05. Salgo de la escuela a las 4:05. Is there a pet in your class? ¿Hay una mascota en tu clase? Yes, there's a pet in my class. It's a guinea pig. Sí, hay una mascota en mi clase. Es un cuy. What time is it right now? ¿Qué hora es? It's 3:47. Son las 4 menos 13 is the best way to say it. You could say son las 3:47. Too much. What time is lunch? ¿A qué hora es el almuerzo? Lunch is at 12:33. El almuerzo es a la 1 menos 27. Or el almuerzo es a las 12:33. Las cosas que hacer en la escuela. Things to do at school. To listen, escuchar, to talk, hablar, to read, leer, to write, escribir, to learn, aprender, to study, estudiar, to meditate, meditar. So what do these words have in common? Well, on the English side, they all start with to do something. On the Spanish side, they all end in what letter? That's right, R. And specifically either AR or ER or IR. So whenever you're saying to do something, in Spanish, those words, those verbs always end in an R, and it's only one of 3 endings, AR, ER, or IR. To participate, participar. To have solo time, tener el tiempo de estar solo. To ask for mini lessons, pedir mini lecciones. To do homework, hacer la tarea. Lo que hago en la escuela, what I do at school. I listen. Yo escucho. I talk. Hablo. I read. Leo. I write. Escribo. I learn. Aprendo. I study. Estudio. Wait, what do all the words have in common? Well, if you look at the English side, they all start with I. Because you're saying I do things. If you look at the Spanish side, what do they have in common? That's right. They all end in an O. So verbs. And this is the present tense, like you're doing it right now. When you say I do something, it ends in an O, almost always. Almost always, unless it's irregular. So, This is for males and females. It's not like adjectives. When you say I'm tall, and it can change from alto to alta if you're a girl. Those are adjectives. These are verbs. Males and females. If you're saying I do it, it always ends in an O. Does it always end in an O? Sí, unless it's irregular. I meditate. Medito. I participate. Participo. I have solo time. Tengo el tiempo de estar solo. I ask for mini lessons. Pido mini lecciones. I do homework. Hago la tarea. La clase. Science. Las ciencias. This one's plural. The rest are not. I'm sorry. This one's plural too. Social studies. Los estudios sociales. History. La historia. Math. Las matemáticas. That one's plural too. Art. El arte. PE. La educación física. La educación física. Bunch of syllables and accents. English. El inglés. Spanish. El español. Look how 7 and 8 are capitalized in English, but not in Spanish. French. El francés. German. El alemán. Chinese. Mandarin. El chino. El mandarino. Arabic. El árabe. Japanese. El japonés. Latin. El latín. To restore the environment, restaurar el ambiente. Some of these you could imagine were not on the CMS list of vocabulary. There's some Montessori creeping in. Describiendo cosas en la escuela. Describing things at school. So when you're talking about classes and people, number one, difficult, hard, difícil, easy, fácil, interesting, interesante, boring, aburrido, fun, divertido, horrible, horrible, awesome, genial, organized, organizado, disorganized, desorganizado. Escribiendo más cosas. More things. Talented, talentoso, social, social, short, time, corto. So that's not short in stature. If you're a short person, you use what word? That's right, bajo. But a short class would be corto. Short amount of time. Long, largo. Looks like large means long. Largo. Big, grande. Small, pequeño. Clean, limpio. Dirty, sucio. Very, muy. Too, or too many. Demasiado. En la escuela. At school I have. En la escuela yo tengo. A friend. El amigo. Classmate. El compañero. Teacher. El maestro. El profesor. Either one. Principal. El director. Pet. La mascota. Coach. El entrenador. Counselor. El consejero. And then ones like el consejero. Actually, all of these can change to a feminine form. So female counselor would be what? That's right, la consejera. Female friend would be what? That's right, la amiga. Female teacher, la maestra or la profesora. Student, el estudiante. Sheet of paper, la hoja de papel. Pen, el bolígrafo. Pencil, el lápiz. Eraser, la goma. Book, el libro. Notebook, el cuaderno. Board, la pizarra. Computer, la computadora. Más cosas. More things at school. Book bag, la mochila, desk, el escritorio, chair, la silla, classroom, el salón, shelf, el estante, shelf work, el trabajo de estante, gym, el gimnasio, cafeteria, la cafetería, lunch, el almuerzo, library, la biblioteca, hallway, el pasillo, bathroom, el baño, water fountain, la fuente de agua, water bottle, la botella de agua, party, la fiesta, something we do not do in Spanish, ¿sí o no? Y ahora van a escuchar una conversación entre dos amigos. Now a conversation between two friends. Hola. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué hora es? ¿Qué hora eres tú? ¿Son las 9:11? No, son las 14:77. ¿Esa hora existe? ¿Existes tú? No sé, yo sé que no existes. ¿Cuándo vamos a la fiesta? A las 1000. ¿Esa hora existe? No. ¿Cuál es tu hora favorita? Las 11:23. ¿En serio? No. ¿Qué clases tienes? Pues tengo las clases de inglés, historia, ciencias, alemán, matemáticas, arte y educación física. ¿Cuál es tu clase favorita? Mi clase favorita es la clase en que no estás tú. ¿Cuál es mi clase favorita? Tu clase favorita es la clase de los gatos, porque eres horrible. ¿Qué haces en la clase de español? Medito y hablo y no leo y no estudio y no escribo nada y no pido mini lecciones y no hago la tarea y no escucho nada. ¿Qué haces tú? No tengo español, tengo la clase de francés, obviamente. ¿Cómo es la clase de español? La clase de español es grande y larga y fácil y aburrida y sucia y desorganizada. ¿Qué te gusta en la escuela? Me gustan las hojas de papel, los bolígrafos, los libros, las mochilas, las sillas, las fuentes de agua y el almuerzo y el trabajo de estante. Eh, no me gustan las computadoras, los escritorios, los baños, los maestros, los bolígrafos y tú. ¿A qué hora llegas a la escuela cuando tú no estás? ¿Adiós? No. ¿En serio? Sí.